A Russian general has received a rather unusual souvenir from Tehran. An Iranian-made copy of a US spy drone, the one Tehran says it shot down last year. Tehran claims to have reverse-engineered the device and decoded all the data it had stored, and lately has even unveiled its own new drone designs. Let's talk about this live with Fouad Izzadi, Professor of Political Communication at the University of Tehran. Mr. Izzadi, welcome to RT. Thank you for joining us here. Of all nations, why has this drone been given to Russia then?
Well, I think in the last many years, Iran's relations with Russia has improved. They have found common ground in areas like the Syrian conflict. I think Russia under President Putin has adopted a more independent foreign policy. The new Russia is not going to be pushed around by the United States or any other Western power. And I think that fits with Iran's foreign policy. And I think because of common history, common border, and common interests in international relations, I think Iran is trying to improve its relations with Russia. And I think that's just a sign of good gesture from the Iranian side.
But it's quite interesting, but the US claims it has never ever lost any of the types of drone Iran claims to have brought down and copied. Is that Tehran bluffing, or maybe is it Washington trying to save its face?
Well, I think maybe the Russian generals can decide on that issue. Iran has been actually developing technology to be able to basically take over the command and control of United States drones. And as you remember, about 2 years ago, there was another drone that was captured by Iran. Initially, the US government claimed that it had not lost any drones. And then when Iran showed the drone, showed the film of the drone, then the US government changed its language and accepted the fact that Iran had actually gotten the drone. Because of the threats that Iran is receiving from the United States. As you know, even about 2 weeks ago, US President Barack Obama, he used that old sentence, all the options are on the table, which is a way of threatening Iran militarily. Because Israelis threaten Iran militarily, Iran I think has decided to advance its military capabilities, and this is just a sign of improvement in Iran's ability to be able to defend itself.
Yes, and back in 2011, the US admitted that Iran actually shot down another model of drone. So does that mean it is able to fend off America's unmanned spy planes and possibly American attacks as well?
Yes, it's illegal for the United States to threaten Iran militarily based on United States Charter, Chapter 1, Article 2. It's not only illegal to use force against another country, the language says threat or use of force. So threatening Iran is also illegal. Sending drones into Iranian territory is illegal. And unfortunately, the US government is breaking international law on almost daily basis. And unfortunately, we do not have any condemnation from the United Nations or other international bodies. So Iran feels that the only way to protect the country is just by advancing its defense capabilities. And I think that's what the Iranian government has been trying to do.
And apart from copying American drones, Iran recently unveiled its own models of drones. So does that mean that economic sanctions are not hurting its technological progress?
Right. We have a good number of good engineers in Iran, and they have been doing an excellent job, not only in terms of military equipment. Even when you look at Iran's nuclear program, it's been developed based on domestic engineering advances. Iran is a progressing country. About 35 years ago, Iran was just another third world country under US domination, but Iranian people broke away from that domination. There was a revolution, popular revolution here. And since that time, you have seen a third world country of insignificant value has been able to advance both scientifically, militarily, and also being able to adopt an independent foreign policy. And these are the issues that actually Iranian people value. That's why there was a revolution here 35 years ago. And this is the way, I think, that's going to show the future for Iran as well, being able to advance in different areas.
All right. Fouad Izadi, Professor of Political Communication at the University of Tehran. Professor Izadi, thank you very much indeed for sharing your insight with us. Thank you. We appreciate it.